In part 3 of the screenhouse video, I mentioned that I had to clear out the area and move a pile of dirt out of there before I could pour the cement. Well, naturally, that project morphed on me. Where am I going to take the dirt? Well, we've got these 3 mounds in the front yard you may have seen in a few previous videos where Nancy's been propagating cactus, planting cactus. Well, she would like those mounds to be bigger. She would like those mounds to be bordered. Well, here's the border material. And here's the border hauler. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to beat Rick Bork now or not. Sorry for the wind noise. We're about 15 miles an hour today. A bit overcast. That's why I'm out here, because I'm not going to work in the midday in the direct sunlight this time of year. But anyway, now you can see what I'm up to. I've got landscape fabric behind the rock. So the dirt down here is like talc, and unless it's wet, then it's gumbo. But it'll just sift right between the gaps in the rock. So I'm backing that up with landscape fabric. I'll keep the weeds down too. Then I'll backfill it with the dirt that I have to haul from where I'm doing the screenhouse project. Yeah, I mentioned Rick Bork here a couple minutes ago. What started all that is he's building a greenhouse for his wife. And, you know, with the farm he's got a million projects going all the time. Machinery's always breaking. There's something going on. So the greenhouse project has been languishing. Well, when I mentioned my screenhouse project in the opening video, some of my subscribers also subscribe to Rick's channel. And I can't remember who started the joke, but somebody said, hey, Matt's going to finish his project before Rick gets the roof on Katie's greenhouse. Well, yeah, now the gauntlet's been thrown down. It's a race. And Rick has started working on the roof of the greenhouse. Well, Nancy threw this monkey wrench into the deal, wanting a border around all of these mounds that we have cactus planted in. So I got to put this rock border around it, backfill it with the dirt. Then I got to pour the concrete and get to crack-a-lacking on building that screenhouse, or I may owe Rick a case of cold snacks before it's over. Well, anyway, yeah, more to come. Stay tuned here. Well, we're underway with the cement pour. Getting the post set. I'll bring you back when I have something more to show. Well, my back hurts, but it's done. I'm going to sit out here for a while with the hose and just sprinkle that once in a while. We're going to be 94 today, real low humidity, and I don't want this to cure too fast. The old cement mixer did its job. It's a little tight quarters in here, but got her done. Got, four bags of cement left over. Let's see. I had 24 bags, 60 pounds a bag. You can do the math. That's why you'll know my back hurts. I got 4 left over, which is okay because I have more uprights to drill and cement in. So I'll have to get some more bags, but there you go. Now, once this cures, pull the forms, get the water tank installed. I'm happy with that. Got the water collection tank in position. Now what I'm going to do is measure what I need for gutter and downspout. Go pick that up this afternoon and probably get that installed tomorrow. This tank is designed where you can get your downspout into the top here. It has spigot openings on two sides of the tank, 180 degrees opposite each other. And then provisions for an overflow pipe here. So I will probably eventually pick up a smaller tank and just set it here. and hook up a overflow pipe to it. That's future state. Now these tanks are designed to sit right on the ground. However, I opted to pour the cement pad because the capacity of this thing is 420 gallons, or that's what, 1,627 liters. Murphy Law, if you're watching, correct me on the metric measurements here. Well, you fill that 420 gallons of water. If that thing is full, that weighs almost 2 tons, 3,503 pounds. Or, Murphy, 1,589 kilograms, approximately. Well, in the heavy downpours we get during monsoon season, this ground turns to soup. And if I've got 3,500 pounds in that tank, that's going to sink and get all lopsided and everything else. And I just don't want to deal with that. So, pour slab, which, didn't take that long. 1,320 pounds of cement. Not bad for a guy almost 65. Got her done. So, there we go. Next phase of the project done. Now I'm going to go get some gutter and downspout and get that hooked up. And then it's on to continuing with the framework of the screen house. Progress. The inspector is on site, but she absolutely refuses to let me put her on video. Oh, I don't know if you can see them or not. I made standoff blocks off the fascia board to keep the bottom of that gutter level. I really don't like this new style gutter. It's awful clunky looking with all the seam brackets and all of that, but most of it's going to be obscured by the structure of the screen house, so I'm not going to worry too much about it. I started in this corner because it's a dead connection. I had to get the corner established first, and then I'm getting ready to tie that downspout elbow over to the top of the tank. And as I run that downspout down, I've got to offset it about a foot because the opening for the drain is there. No big deal. That's what tin benders do. So, when I bring you back, I should have most of this gutter up and downspout in. Well, now it's actually a couple days later. I'm 90% there, but I can't finish because the box store did not have everything I needed. Nowadays, restocking retail shelves or shipping is hit or miss, mostly miss, but so I'm kind of stalled a little bit on this part of the project, but I got most of the gutter up. Like I said earlier, I just don't like the clunky look of those seam brackets and stuff like that. Continuous gutter is obviously the better way to go, but I'm not going to get anybody out here with a gutter machine to do 25 feet of gutter. It's just not worth their time. And, this stuff, it's fine for what I'm doing. Like I said earlier, the structure of the greenhouse is going to obscure the view to most of this. And, so I'm not too worried about it. I want function. That's what my main goal is here. I also mentioned earlier I had to put an offset in this downspout to get over to the tank, and that's accomplished. The elbow up top there is a 3x2 tied in with a chunk of downspout, and then I went from a 3x2 to a 2x3 back to a 3x2 to create this this nice little offset there. I still have to come up with a bracket. That's actually pretty solid the way it is. But all it's going to take is one strong dust devil windstorm to come blowing through here, and it'll tear that right out of there. So I do need to come up with a bracket to attach to the side of the garage and strap to that downspout there. And also, I had to rotate the top of the tank 90 degrees. Just took 3 screws out. When I pulled the lid off, I discovered there was installation instructions for that tank in there. They were pretty nondescript, but they did say, hey, when your tank arrives, put an inch of water in the bottom, just in case the wind starts blowing. It will take your tank away. This thing is large, but it's light. So if a good wind gust got a hold of it, it'd go flying. So I did put some water in the bottom. And so what I'm going to do, I've got my material here to connect to the bottom of the tank. I'll install this ball valve spigot and get that on there. And hopefully I'll be able to get back to the box store once I get a shipment of stuff in and get what I need to finish this project up. I've got the gutter. It's laying right there. What I don't have is the hanging brackets. I need a couple more. So that's all I need, and the gutter will be done. So I've got it all prepped. I've got the end cap in it. You know, I've got gutter seal on the end cap. So yeah, I'm ready to go. So I'll bring you back when I have more to show you. Got the ball valve installed with the spigot. This thing is ready to collect water. I got all the gutter up, and I had to get a couple of alternate brackets. Naturally, the box door still didn't have the right ones, so I found a couple of internal brackets that screw into the fascia and support the outer lip of the gutter, so that'll work. But it's up. It's a 25-foot run. I got about a 1-inch slope towards the downspout. I used to have all those tables memorized back in the day. Before I went to work in the Naval Shipyard system, I was an architectural sheet metal mechanic. I worked for a roofing company that had a architectural sheet metal subdivision, and we manufactured and installed miles and miles of gutter. And I used to have all the tables memorized for, you know, how many square feet of roof equals how much, or, you know, square feet of roof equals how much square feet of water. Same thing with cubic measurements, blah, blah, blah. And I've got about a 1-inch slope in 25 feet, which should be plenty to get water to that downspout. Also, put up a splash guard there in the corner, that little piece of metal sticking up, because that's kind of a convergent point, and water racing down the valley of the roof. I don't know if you can see that or not. Let me back up. There's valley flashing up there, and water tends to, there you go, you can see that galvanized valley flashing. Water tends to race down that and would overshoot the gutter, so that splash flashing there should help direct it towards the downspout. So there we are. The gutter part of it is just about done. Down here in Arizona, when they install roofing, they don't understand for proper water drainage off the roof. You extend the shingles or your metal roofing about 1 inch beyond the fascia board to make sure that the water doesn't hydraulic itself back up under the shingles and get into the wood. Well, here they ran it flush. I'll take you for a ride here. Flush right to the fascia board flashing. That should extend out 1 inch. So what I'm going to do is If you saw my estate sale haul video, I got a partial roll of aluminum flashing. So I'm going to tuck that up under the lower row of shingles and extend it over the edge of the gutter, inside edge of the gutter, about an inch, to make sure the water drains into the gutter and not between the gutter and the fascia board. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, my architectural sheet metal days went from the mid-70s to early 1981, when the economy here in the U.S. tanked, interest rates hit 21%, building stopped. Out of a 30-man sheet metal crew, it was down to me and the foreman, so I knew who was next. And but at that time, the United States was building a 600-ship navy to help counteract at that time, the old Soviet Union naval influence. So Naval Shipyard was hiring, so that's where I ended up and started my naval shipyard career. But that's another story. Anyway, I'm going to end this segment of the Screenhouse project here. This video is getting long enough, and I got the next phase finished. The gutter's up. I'll get that flashing in, but it's 9:30 in the morning. It's already 95 degrees, so I am done for the day. I'm going to go in early tomorrow morning, probably around 5 a.m. I'll come out here, and when it's, around high 70s, low 80s, and I'll install that flashing. And then it's on to digging more holes for the next round of uprights. I'm going to start on the structural work of the screenhouse. Also, I noticed my subscriber rate is still climbing. Thank you very much. I'm almost to 300. I'll be entertaining a giveaway when I get close to 500 subscribers. Just to say thanks for watching. And so, yeah. I better clean up this mess. This is looking pretty trashed. All right, I'm rambling. I'll stop now. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you real soon.